Hi, thanks for watching my video. I'm going to try to answer about 3 different questions that I had about this YouTuber, Crazy Driver's beamNG Drive. And in his video, and I'm going to put a link to this video down in the description and put a link to his channel. But these shapes, this is Johnson Valley. But he's got the shapes from GridMap V2 or maybe perhaps GridMap Legacy inside his level, and he was able to change the colors in them. And he has a wavy road with decals on it. So you can see it's got the asphalt, the stripe there, and the yellow stripe in the middle. So I'm going to do this video in 3 parts. First, I'm going to show you how to get GridMap V2, all the stuff from GridMap V2, into Johnson Valley. That's going to be number 1. So let's go to beamNG and go to GridMap V2. So here we are in GridMap V2, and what we want is all of these shapes to be moved over to Johnson Valley. And in order to do that, I came here to show you how to figure out where everything's located. If you look over here, you can see that everything is located in art, shapes, and grid. And this right here is the name of what you're clicked on, which is SGM Cube 4M. But everything that if you click on anything here, you'll see that everything's going to be located inside grid. So we need grid from GridMap V2 to Johnson Valley. So that's our objective now. So we are going to go to Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, beamNG Drive, Content, Levels, and GridMap V2. Right-hand click, open with WinRAR. Everything keeps going to my other monitor. I have dual monitors and everything keeps spawning over there. Levels, GridMap V2, Art, Shapes, and Grid. So we're just going to grab Grid, drag it to the desktop. So now we got our Grid folder, and this is everything that we want to move over to Johnson Valley. So next step is going to be go to Johnson Valley, and the only reason I'm going to do this is because I don't like to type anything. Because when I type, I usually make an error. So I'm going to go to Johnson Valley, Art, Shapes, and let's see, we'll go to Miscellaneous, and click on the materials, and get the proper spelling for Johnson Valley, which is right there. So I am just going to right-hand click and copy that, shut that down. We can leave Johnson Valley open because I am going to need that very shortly. Actually, let's just shut that down. Now let's go to GridMap, or Grid. And we're going to go to Materials Library. And GridMap V2 needs to be changed. I'm using Notepad++. Highlight GridMap V2, Control H, and this little menu will pop up. And you can see I've already done this once because Johnson Valley's there, but if it wasn't, you would just press Control V and it would put Johnson Valley in there. And we're going to hit Replace All, and you can see there was 81 occurrences. So now if you look at the address or the description here, it's Levels, Johnson Valley, Art, Shapes, Grid. Everything here says Johnson Valley, Johnson Valley. So you want to hit Control S and save it. I'm not sure if I just saved that or not. Alright, let's shut this down. Shut that down. I like to go in and reopen it one more time just to get an opinion that everything that I just did in fact work, and it did. Now that our folder has been edited, let's move to our new level that we want, and that is Johnson Valley. And we're going to go to Levels, Johnson Valley, Art, and Shapes. Make sure there is not already a grid. Some levels will have a grid folder in there. This one does not, so we're just going to grab this and move it over there. Everything that's in here may not have a materials attached to it, because in GridMap v2, when you click on certain shapes, it goes to another folder to get that material. So this doesn't guarantee that everything in this grid is going to work in Johnson Valley. It might have the no texture on it, but the ramps and the cubes and most of that stuff should be fine. So we're going to let this copy. There we go. So the next step is let's go to Johnson Valley and see if it worked. Alright, so here we are in Johnson Valley. Let's see if everything worked. F11, bring up our asset browser, art, shapes, and grid. And let's drag something down there and you can see, wow, it's a big cube. Looks like everything so far has worked. And like I said, doesn't mean that every single thing in that folder is going to work. Sometimes materials are located in other places. But it does appear that everything did work. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this video. And I'm going to make parts 2 and 3. Part 2, the next one, is going to be to show how I think he changed the color of all the different cubes. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.